And we are live. Always nice to be live. So we're having a horrible time here with the weather, so I just wanted to come on here and we're doing an auction in the group just in case anyone's here. So I'm just going to be posting in the group because the weather is just so crazy here tonight that I don't expect the auction to the power to last. It's one of those nights we got. Oh, the winds are crazy. It's raining like crazy, so there's not much point in doing it live. So that's why I said we do a pop up in the group. So anyway, I hope you don't mind. But in the meantime, here we are. I forgot to do something. Okay. That is 45. I guess someone's here. Who's here? Just out of curiosity. I'm just doing a few appraisals here now, and like I say, I'm posting stuff in the group. But who's here? Oh, I guess no one. Yeah. See how the magic happens, huh? So we're just doing a few cap badges here. Okay. And we're going to go print. Nice cap badge. Westminster. Printer not found. Oh, what's going off? Look. So who's here, guys? I see one person in the room. So we are doing an auction on in our group. Sorry, because the weather's just so bad that I figured we're just going to lose service anyway at some point. Hey, how are you? What draw is that? We do a number of draws. You're going to have to be more specific, my friend. Oh, we've done a number of $100 draws. Again, what one are you referring to? We do a lot of draws. If you're not active in the chat group, it's hard to stay up on the draws because we just do so many. Okay, Westminster. Oh my God, this one's stupid. Damn it! I'm gonna have to do that twice. Oh well. Yeah, it's funny when a $100 draw doesn't narrow it down. We do draws for like narwhal skulls and or tusk and dinosaur bones and everything else. You're just gonna have to be more specific. Please tell the date of the draw. Again, what draw? We do draws regularly. There's a draw going on now with the narwhal. There's a draw going on with a $7,000 diamond. I really don't know what draw you're referring to when you're talking about the $100 draw. So just please refresh my memory, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. And like I say, if you do want to get more involved, we do have a Facebook group, and that's where we do a lot of our postings and stuff, and people can stay informed and all that stuff. We do have an auction going on there right now. I only popped on here because it's very, very bad out. The weather is horrible, and I fear we're only going to lose service anyway. So I just figured I'd pop on, do a little bit of appraising, and putting some cap badges in their pins for the auction tomorrow night, and have a chat with a few people if they pop on. If they don't, well, so be it. $100 worth giveaway you have announced after reaching 100 comments. So you're going to announce winner. Okay, well, if no, I don't believe we've done that one yet. Actually, I don't think we've got 100 comments on that thread. I know the last time I checked, there was like 70 odd, and to be completely honest with you, I forgot about it. But there wasn't 100. I know that much. So whenever it reaches 100, we'll do the thread. But if you are checking it, just remind me when it does reach 100 comments, and we'll do a draw on a coupon. Not a problem. And that is a coupon, because whenever we do $100 draw, that's how we do it. So you can, and like I say, we do have a lot of other draws currently happening. So if you do want to get involved, by all means. Right now we have a what do you call it on the go? A military auction happening now in our Facebook group. What are the rules? It's $10 a draw. There's an item in there. There's no item in there under $20, and you get a chance to win a narwhal a narwhal tusk valued at about $15,000. We also have a diamond draw on currently. If you do a sweep in our auction, your name gets put in. There's only 8 spaces left, and we will go live and do that one. But again, we're in the group right now, so if you're on Facebook, let me know and I can add you if you're so inclined. Like I say, I only popped on here because it's just so bad out tonight that I figure we're just going to lose service anyway. So there's not much point in having an auction on here and getting things going. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? So this is our military stuff here now. But as always, if anyone wants to pop on live and have a chat with me, and not a problem. This is our scheduled auction time. Just sucks the stupid weather. And this time of year, and the way it works, it's the winds are crazy. So what? Okay. So I'm gonna have to put up something cheaper now in my group. I don't think that last item I put up took any traction. So we're gonna have to go cheaper. No. Bend that one and break on there. Story of my life. Hello, just curious who's here. We do have an auction going on in the group. If anyone is so inclined. I see one person in. Damn it. I do not want to twist that anymore. Alright. Well, so be it. I'll have a challenging one. Bergen cow. Artillery Corps. Yeah, these are a lot harder to do than the clear than the white ones. Let's see. No, I think that is post World War II. I'm pretty sure it is. Vintage QE2, so it's definitely post World War II. No, that is World War II. Okay, that one is 1935, 1939, 45. Persuasion, I think. Not coming after that. That's cool. Seems like the weather's holding out. Oh well, no odds anyway. Hey Adam, how are you, buddy? Look at this little guy. I'm just here doing a few cap badges. I kind of expected the power to go by now, but anyway, it's trucking along. So I'm just here doing a bit of stuff while I'm posting in the group. But good to see you, buddy. Nice World War One, man. Copy. What's this? We finally got done with their winter weather crap. Yeah, right here today, man, we got a lot of rain and wind. The worst thing, it's supposed to be like 120 kilometers, and there earlier today, the power was flicking. So I'm like, Jesus, what's the point of doing this tonight? Where you advertise and get a few people in, and then all of a sudden, poop, power goes. It's like so stupid. So I said, nope, we won't be doing that. WW1. What's this? We have a lot of lake effects. So yeah, I can imagine. It's getting that time of year, buddy. That's just the way it works. Done print. So I'm just here now doing a few cap badges. And it don't seem like there's a lot of activity anyway tonight, to be completely honest with you. So it might have been a mixed blessing one way or another. These theme auctions are always annoying, but I like to do them because we generally do, or well, we always give so much to the veterans and stuff after the auction's over with. But they won't be getting much today. So I'm gonna have to redo it probably tomorrow or something like that. I'll probably pop in or something. We'll figure it out now as we move forward. But what do you think of that guy? I think that's cool. No. So how's Courtney tonight, man? And the family? Hope everyone's doing good. You even put the time in. Adam, got all these done right, nice and professional. The more professional I get, the worse it happens. The worse people, they Jesus. Trying to use up that ribbon there on that one. Okay, and oh, lordy. Oh. Okay, Ford CMPR. Canadian. Tell me mounted rifles can go on one. Oh, but Jesus, it can't. Lordy. Okay. Well, this one's going to be a while to get done, but these are very rare bags, so. Mounted. Rifles. This is the shit that takes time that no one sees. You know, you want to get stuff done professional, and at least when it's done, you know, knowing you're finished with it then, but it is what it is. Let's see if I line it up. What's this running in and out? Oh, nice, man. Always good, buddy. Always nice to see you, Adam, my buddy. Anything moving in the haunted world lately? Where's CMPR? Yeah, for sure. I got a big pile of cap badges there that I've been meaning to do this with for ages because, you know, like at the end of the day, if you're going putting something up, it's nice to know where it's from, the age of it, and all that shit. And, you know, like military is not my area of expertise. I don't claim it to be, but, you know, it is nice to have some sort of, oh, that went on real nice and straight. Like, you know, some sort of reference and all that stuff. So I use a lot of comparatives when I do these things. Like I say, I am not an expert when it comes to military. I know a bit. I know a lot about the guns and stuff, but you know, like that cap badge there, and I didn't know that was the Canadian rifle. Oh shit. Okay. See, put the wrong one on. You stay there. You got a Canadian mounted rifles. Veteran death cards. I have death plaques. My God, oh my. All right, fuck that. Let's see if we can't. Well, there you go. That one was a bad one. I gotta say. Not overly impressed with that one. I gotta answer Elizabeth now in the group. I got it all, but some stuff is very expensive. There we go. Well, they'll probably take pity on me and buy this because it looks like a child did it. So, let's score that. Hopefully they will anyway. Nice. Come on. Get in there. Oh, Jesus. Virgin acetate is that? Yeah, get the fuck. Okay. Yeah, fine, be that way. Scored another bit. Okay, there we are. Yeah, it's kind of relaxing doing the auction on the group and just in here just shooting the shit. Don't have to worry about putting stuff up. You just throw it in the group and let it ride for a little bit. Don't sell. You pop something else up. If it sells, just marks down. Pretty easy. Should be doing more of it, to be honest with you. Yeah, all year I was there putting stuff away for like the military auctions. Crazy. Okay, now what's the best way to do that now? Yeah. Now, what's the best way to do that? Probably when I does the other ones. Yeah, I got a system here, Adam, but I tell you, my wonderful system. Wonderful system. I don't know where anything's to. Gotta be professional, eh? Have you seen the Predator movie yet? That's what I need. Say hello. Professional. All cut to perfect size. Ta-da! Done and done. Done and doner. Now, so that's there. And where's our little World War I pin? Yeah. Of course you wouldn't fit there. That'd be too easy. Oh, Jesus. You can trade. Fuck all these on. They're not going to come out. Follow me for more presentation tips. No. At least now it won't come out. So there we are. Now I guess I'll just lay that up there and come in handy again. Don't know why, but yeah, exactly. That's like myself, man. I can come down, like, and get at the fucking antiques and just totally, like, lose track of time altogether. Like, I was at this the other night and, just screwing around, doing nothing. And didn't know nothing, 5 o'clock in the morning, right? So, and then I was so far in, I had to stay up for another hour to get stuff done. So it's like 6 o'clock before I even went to bed, and just totally lost track of time. That's a real neat little cap badge there, though. That one's neat. I never have it. All professional. Look at that. Might be a little bit slanted, but whatever. No one's perfect. There's only one perfect person. They put him on a cross, and I still got the mark. Oh, we got another friend here. And who else is our other friend? Oh, wow. That's cool. Wow. Beautiful picture, Courtney. All right. Now we take a picture of that guy. And he is done. Yeah, visitor. Yeah, exactly. Friend. Who's my friend that's here? We're not selling anything here in the group, but you can come and talk. We're not selling anything here on the live tonight. We're doing a little pop-up auction in the group because I could lose power at any moment. So that's why we decided to do that. And believe me, it's not very nice out tonight. So anyway, join me on my. You're more than welcome to stay and shoot the shit. And whatever, man. Trying to get some cool. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's pretty cool one for you Americans. So what do we got here? Let's see what the good old military Bible says. Identify. Yeah, so who else is here? I see 2 people here. That's cool. So yeah, this is like Joe Rogan's podcast, only antiques. So you know. Okay, so this is World War II U.S. Army officer's cap badge featuring the Great Seal of States. Yeah, so okay, that's. Geez, he's worth a few bucks though. Holy Christ! Would you believe that's worth like 100 to 150 bucks? That's crazy. Yeah, there he is. Look at that. Absolute nuts. Officer's hat, rare. Officer's hat badge. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway, guys, just give me 1 second. I just got to run out here and get a little bit to drink. Just give me a second, okay? I'll be right back. Stay, my loving friends. Can I have a drink, please? All right. Well, thank you too for staying on. So who else is here? The mute. Adam is here. I know that, but who else is here? It's always fun when you find something that you don't expect. Like this here. I would never have expected that one. Wow, crazy. Die struck from brass and gold plated. Hat badge. Yeah. Okay, I think that one was gold plated. Yeah, so that would solve answer that question. So yeah, he's not worth that. I'm sorry. The gold plated one is. So he's worth like he's not worth a lot, like 20, 30 bucks. But anyway, oh well, that's what it is. Yeah, so just the same though. That's $5, not me. That's pretty good, Courtney. Awesome. Thank you very much. God love you. Yeah, so we're doing the pop-up auction in the group.
Oh.
But I got Adam here, and yeah, Adam's here, and that's it right now. So we're just.
You need me, Amy?
No, you have fun. I'm good tonight, thank you. I don't think it's going to be much for tonight, but it's all right. We didn't do it live. I think it would have flopped. Thank you. Yeah, it's still pretty cool, I gotta say. All right, I'm gonna put this one up in the group now, just for shits and giggles, and I'm gonna just because I wants to do this, see if we can't get anything moving and shaking, and we'll. Okay. $1. There you go. I'm gonna start that for $1. See if anyone's interested. See if anyone likes cat badges or not. I gotta say they're pretty cool. Yeah, so tonight I popped up ships plaques, books, insignias, bayonets, cap badges, and no one seems okay. We got Adam's Adam's in out of buck. You got insider information, Adam. You're like Martha Stewart now. You know you're gonna go to jail for insider information. So Adam, if they all worked out to be $100, you know there's a few dollars there, huh? So whenever I get cat badges, I just toss them in this bin. And anyway, there's some really nice ones in there that I never really looked at yet. So, oh my. Yeah, when it comes to military, it's not something. I'm not a big military collector. What do we got here? Yeah, that one looks cool. That one looks cool. CPO. Let's see what the internet gods say about this one now. I think that one should be a nice one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a World War II. It's you're an American, obviously, so it definitely hits home, I'm sure. Okay, so that one there's nice. Yeah. Okay, so that one there's 130, but we got 4 on that one, so not the same one at all. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ, fucking internet. Yeah, so I don't think that one's so good. He's World War II, but he's still pretty nice. That's a nice one too, Adam, for Americans in the group. I think that one should be worth a few. Oh, that's a unit. That's not or maybe this Mills like cadet or some bloody thing. Let's see. Let us see what that one is. This one here says what? Charlton University, but it must be some sort of like cadet corps in there or something. Okay, so it appears to be the collar insignia, or cap badge of the officers insignia training course, OTC, of Charlton University, likely from the mid 20th century. This program established by Commonwealth Country, blah, blah, blah. Wow. Okay, so here's the exact one. Military Auctions, Antiques, Toronto. Okay, so he's, yeah, it is a collar insignia. Okay, cool. Okay. Neat. Nice to know these things. Some of them cap badges, oh, they're so rare, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. So it's always good to check them out. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Jeez, there's no. Yeah. It's a little bit different, though. It's weird. The estimate on this piece here is between 150 and 250 Canadian, but he's online for $20. So and there's only one comparable there. So like, what do you do, right? It's one of them stupid ones where they say one thing, but yet something else is there. Oh well. Yeah, I think that'll be the last cap badge I'll be putting up in that group, Adam. One fucking bid, $1 on a military cap badge. Awesome. What do we have here? Yeah, that's exactly what I said, actually. Oh my god, that is good. These here are the ones, like, they're pretty cool, like with the World War II, and this is the branch that the Newfoundland Regiment went into after it was dismantled. And of course, going back, a lot of these here are Canadian, American, and British, but I do have a few like Scottish ones as well. All kinds of cap badges. Oh, Alex Roy's in that $2. Awesome. This one here is Church Lads Brigade. I was actually in that. So I went as far as you could without being Anglican. I love CLB. Actually, it's really nice. I learned how to eat at CLB camp because there's two things Anglicans can't do: sing and cook. Man, I damn near starved to death down in this fucking camp. It was nuts. God, oh God. What they wouldn't make you try to eat, you little bastards. But anyway, great group. Started in Newfoundland, or no, it started in England. Yeah, and I came to Newfoundland in 1892, and kind of really took hold here, and still popular today. Among the kids. I guess probably not so much. There's a cap badge there, but yeah, I went right up to Lance Sergeant, I think it was. And then I joined cadets. Hated every second of it. So, what do we got here? That one's pretty cool. Nope. That one. Okay. Well, we got $2 in now, Adam. We're gonna make all kinds of money tonight, me buddy. Jeez, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it. Oh, jeez. That one looks nice. West Nova Scotia Regiment. That gotta be worth a few bucks, huh? Gotta be. West Nova Scotia. Like Fresh Prince of Bel Air, man. West Philadelphia. Born and raised. Now, you take my wife's name out of your mouth. All right. So we'll see now what that one's worth. West Nova Scotia. Never heard of it before. West Nova Scotia Regiment. Let's see what they say this one's worth. It is a World War II. Lots of times too when you're. What's this? Yeah, exactly. You got to look for the two pins. That generally signifies World War II. If they got like this here, that's generally after the fact. Now this one here was soldered on, so I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research, but I don't suspect it's worth a lot. It's just my gut feeling on it. But if you see them like that, they're generally after World War II. So okay, so Adam, I don't know what it's worth. Make a guess. Let's see who the expert here is. I'll make a guess, and you make a guess, and we'll see who's the smart one in the group. Okay, so I haven't seen the price yet. It's all there. I haven't seen it, so we'll play a little guessing game, just me and you. Oh, and whoever else is here too. More than welcome to guess. And if anyone gets it exactly right, I'll give you a prize. There, take that, arseholes. I mean, Adam. So shit. It goes up to 2 every once in a while, and then it goes off again. It's like so sad. $50. Okay, I was gonna say 30, but anyway, let's see. $60 to $90, sir. $60 to $90. Now let's see what it says. The West Nova Scotia Regiment was a Canadian Army militant regiment with a history dating back to the 19th century. It served with distinction in various conflicts during World War II, where its personnel were involved in campaigns in Sicily and Italy. Okay, it was in Sicily, Italy. Anyway, whatever. The regiment's cap badge often features symbols representing its heritage and motto. The Semper Fidelis motto, meaning always faithful, is common among military units worldwide, signifying loyalty and dedication. The imagery on the badge, such as the ship and lighthouse, likely relates to Nova Scotia's maritime history and its role in key port and naval bases. As note from Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, worth between $60 and $90. So you weren't too bad, Adam. Better than me. I said 30. And the reason I said 30 is because just the obscurity of it, like West Nova Scotia. Like lots of times people like to collect the stuff from their area, as opposed to now let's just see. I always like to check them out, because sometimes the sites say one thing, but like eBay says, like on eBay it's $20, right? So it's not Now, and eBay is generally uh, your lower end, but it gives you a baseline basically is what, because lots of times when you don't have um, like when you're looking up this stuff, you're looking for comparables. What's it, and use logic and stuff, right? I always say like Richmond hat badge and beret. Okay, show more. Let's see. Why is this not showing me how much it is? God damn it. Okay. I want to see one group where it's in that's not eBay, then I'll be happy. But let's see. Not pick. Fuck that. Okay. Yeah. So it's 1945. That particular one. Um, Now on a particular site that's specific to just military stuff, it's actually there for US $140. So yeah. Anyway, so that Garrison Cap, Blues College, used condition, great, blah blah. Okay. Oh, that's the cap. Sorry, cap and badge. So, oops. Probably should read it all before we jump to conclusions. Huh? Okay. Yeah, let's look it up on Etsy just for shits and giggles. Oh, it's not there. Anyway, fuck this now. Yeah. So anyway, it's worth around $50, I'd say, somewhere in that range. Not going to break the bank. All right, buddy. Let's play. Whoever's here, let's play a guessing game. Whoever gets it right gets a prize. What do you think this one is? And of course, we're going by the official military cap badge website when we're dealing with prices. Okay, so it's this one here. Oh yeah. So that's the back. That's the front. And again, I have no idea about this stuff. I had a little bit of an idea, I suppose, but it's not my area of expertise for sure. And Alex Roy got you beat on that one. That's in the group, Adam. He's got $2. My God. Hey. Okay, let's see. So Adam says 35. I'm going to say that one is worth. I'm going to say 40. I'm going to do the prices right and beat you out on it. Let's see. El Cheapo. Okay, what's this? What's this? Come on, $40. Make me proud. Oh fuck, 50 to $150. Okay, yeah, it is what? Okay, this badge likely commemorates the former Hussar regiment. And the Hussars were really popular. They were light infantry in the Polish. Okay, regiment possibly 13th, given the inscription Hussarian. Like they don't like okay, just look like cavalry. See, I know what I'm talking about. Often distinguished by their flamboyant uniforms. Yeah, they had the feathers. I don't know if you like the rock music. Sabaton does a real good song about the Hussars. I actually, when I was in Ukraine last, I was at the military museum, and they actually had an original Hussar. Um like battle armor with the feathers and stuff, and everything was all original. Man, it was crazy. Oh, let's just see. Yeah, yeah. That is a nice one. I gotta say, even on eBay, it's there for $75 American plus an ungodly amount of shipping. That's how they get you lots of times on this stuff. It's 99 cents, and then there's like $60 shipping. You're like, fuck, tricked you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't even realize like the Hussars when I was looking on. Yeah, that's a good one there. That's a good one. Awesome. He's worth the time. But Adam, you gotten wrong, buddy. You were way off. Like what the fuck? Come on, getting worse, buddy. Getting worse. There you go. That's a nice one. What do you think of that one? Definitely was World War II, but you got the pins broke off on them. But that is a nice cap badge there. The Victorian and Halliburton. Victoria and Halliburton, Overseas Canada, 109th. Where duty leads. Interesting. Should have was my $60 thought, but went lower. LOL. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. It's always interesting because the reality is something like it's so comical because someone will say, well, what's this worth, right? And that's always the question when you're dealing with antiques. What is that worth? And there's so many ways to assess the value of it. Okay, so this is worth, let's just toss out a number, $20. Okay, so it's worth $20. What if your grandfather owned it? What if it has sentimental value? You're not going to get it for $20. What if it was gold? It's not $20 then. It's the intrinsic value. What if a famous military leader wore this? Then it's not $20 then. So there's so many ways that value is assessed in the antique world. And also, you put this on eBay. Yeah, it's $20. You put it in Sotheby's in a real nice military auction. I can guarantee you're going to get more than what you will on eBay. And it's all about who you're selling it to, when you're selling it, and like I always say in the antique world, you can never be on your last dollar. You always have to be, able to say, no, I'm going to wait till I get the price I want. And the reality is, like you get the price you want, but so many people out there in the antique quote unquote business, they got to sell that or they can't pay their light bill. And that's the problem because then, the customer gets a steal of a deal because the person really needs money. And ultimately they think that's the real value of it. And it's not true. It's so comical. Like even on Oddities Marketplace, you'll see, what do you call it? Like tiger heads, and they'll post them for $500. And like, okay, that's great, but you'll never get it because it's a scam. But then when other people look at it, they're like, well, that tiger head is like if I put up a tiger head, they're like, well, how come you want 5,000 for it? They're selling for 500. No, they're not selling for 500. You just saw someone who's trying to scam someone, and you automatically think that that's a real number when it's not the fact. The difference between my head and that head is you're actually going to get the product. And, and if anyone's out there dumb enough to pay $500 for a taxidermy tiger head, go to hell. You're an idiot. But and I almost really don't pity you. But that's the issue that comes up in the antique world, and it is so comical. Now there's generally like baselines for stuff, and what you do, like whenever I'm looking at a generic product, what I do is I try to get what we call comparables. So okay, well, what's it going for? What's it going on eBay for? What's it going on the real auctions for? What's it going on the sites for? And then you kind of get where it's to, and you get what's sensible, because at the end of the day, it is worth what someone's going to pay, but who you get to pay that number has everything to do with the success of your business. But yeah, that's a neat little piece. So I'm going to say $20, Adam. I'm going to say $20, buddy. Did I take a try? Adams. Adam's going to say 45. Well, brother, you're closer. It's a Canadian. Oh, it's World War One. I thought it was World War Two. But anyway, Okay, the comparables I'm seeing here, they're different than that. Unless that's broken. Oh, that's what it is. That's broken. I didn't even know that. There's actually supposed to be a crown here, so that's a damage piece. So, yeah. Oops. Um, so yeah. Okay. So anyway, the price of it is $80 to 120. But he is broken. I didn't know that. So there he is. There. And that's what he is on eBay. Even he's 135 bucks. But again, not broken. So shit. Should be a fucking crown there, as you can see. That's what he's supposed to look like. That's what ours looks like. Got nipped off on the top there. So, hate to say it, Adam, but I'm going to be right because he's damaged. Shit. Fuck. God damn it. Shit you learn along the way, right? There you go. Now, this one got to be worth a fortune, man. What's this? Broke pieces might reduce. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even realize it was broken. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like 20 bucks on a bad day, 50 on a good, and that's a very accurate assessment. And at the end of the day, it's still a filler, and you don't know how it got broken. Perhaps that was, it's action, right? And then that makes it worth a lot more. But obviously, we can't prove that now. But I would suspect this one had a bit of damage because it got the back broke off. It got it broke off there. So, it is what it is, right? With yours, I like. Yeah. So anyway, what do you think of that one? This is a Canadian military cap badge. Like, come on. Rainbow's not included. What do we think that one is? I'm going to say 20 bucks on that one because I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think he's that valuable. But nevertheless, we don't know. That's why we do the research. That's why I always tell the employees, you don't know, right? Like I'm here now. I know I don't know the price of that. I can blow whatever smoke I want up your ass. It doesn't mean anything. You don't know. So research. You have to research, and I tell people that all the time, and it hits with some of them. Some others don't. But shit, this is World War One. Fuck off. Yep. Okay. So this is a World War One cap badge. So had I known that, I would have guessed higher for the record. But Mr. Adam, buddy, I got to say you're spot on with that one because it's a World War One Canadian cap badge valued between 75 and 150 bucks. So what do you think of that, man? Pretty cool. I did not think that was World War One. I gotta say. Okay. It's a World War One Canadian Army General List cap badge by Roden Brothers. Okay, this cap badge is representative insignia worn by Canadian soldiers during World War One. The design incorporates elements of the Canadian national identity. Then what's a maple leaf and a crown? Gotcha. Um, no kings, no kings. Fuck, no kings. Oh shit, we got one. That is on our money. Fuck. Uh, such as maple leaf and royal authority symbolizing the crown. Such badges were crucial for identifying soldiers, regiments, and allegiances to the Crown and Canada. During World War One, Canadian military forces expanded significantly, and distinct badges were developed to signify different branches and units. The Roden Brothers of Toronto was a prominent manufacturer of military adornments during this period, known for producing high quality badges and insignia for the Canadian Expeditionary Force and other Canadian military units. And this one here, they only made them from 1914 to 1918. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. And again, we will, the World War One, absolutely. So let's just make sure they. Okay, so there's one on eBay for 25 pounds. So easy math, 50 bucks. Okay, general service. Okay, there's one on a website there for 35 bucks. There's a couple here for 25 bucks, so I don't know where they're getting those high prices. Yeah, 25 bucks. 25 bucks. That's weird. I'm going to put something in the group now I'm just going to put something in the group now, Adam. Just watch this. Okay, so there's no more bids. Sold Alex. Fuck. Gentle Jesus. Okay, Alex Roy. Alex Wah. Nice cat badge. $2. That was a steal. Okay. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna put them fucking hurts in now. Jamie's already gone. Okay, guys, so this is a full uniform from the Kriegsmarine. That is the German Navy of World War II. They were the ones, the Bismarck, the subs, all that stuff. There's a great piece of military history. This one's a real item. I have the vest. I have everything with it. You can't see the pants and stuff and all that, but I just want to let you know that I do have everything with this uniform. It's an amazing piece, and the starting price is $2,000. All right, no. Yeah, so Adam, I think we're gonna have to say that one's worth 25 bucks, buddy. So we'll toss him over here now. Now let's see what. I just want to see what they say about CLB, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, it's weird. Normally, when like the price is there in the group, it is accurate. But hell, if it's not getting realized, it's not getting realized. Yeah, look, Church Lads Brigade, fight the good fight. Yeah, absolutely. $30 to $50. Wow. Okay, now that is an older one. I must confess. So, geez, everything there sold. Uh, UK. Yeah, that one was about 30 bucks. Yeah, about 30 bucks, Church Lads Brigade. Yeah, that's the old one. Gotcha. Yeah. So, good old CLB, man. Fight the good fight. They say this one's around the 1940s. Yeah. I'm sorry, pre 40s. So, yeah. And that makes sense, too, because, again, it has the bolts. I remember the one I had, it was just like a safety pin or whatever, you know. Yeah, that is a nice piece. I like that. So again, 20 bucks, right? You can't go getting too horny overs. Ooh, this one looks cool. Air Cadets. And again, that one is World War II, it looks like. Canada. I'll save you the trouble. It's worth $20. What do we got here? Oh, wow, that one was cool. Now, this is Canada, obviously. But look, it's got a fortress. Now, this one here got to be World War II. Gotta be. Oops. There's no other way about it. So I guess the good old government's opening up tomorrow. Okay, so now, God damn it, I hate it when. Yeah, that's a nice badge there. That one is British military cap badge, it says. British military cap badge, Fort Garry Horse Bimetal cap badge, 1914, 1945. It has $65 plus $20 shipping, so $85 in that range, and it is. Okay, well that one's got the 2 on the back. Let's see. Okay, that one there looks identical. Fort Garry Horse cap badge. And, okay, so the one like this is $25. Yeah, so that's yeah. The other one was the expensive one. He was World War II. This one must be post World War II. That's it's just after. And again, that's what they did, right? Like the normally. So that makes sense. So we're gathering up our. We will see on that. Yeah. So anyway, that's the I'm gathering up the nice $20 ones for sure. This one here is nice. I already got him done. I forget what he was now. $50, I think. This one here looks cool. That one there looks really neat. What in the hell is in that bag? Interesting. Now, what do we got here? Looks very different. Oh, shit. There's one thing about it. You always got to do your research. It's the most important step in this business. You don't do your research, you're fucked. And you deserve to. Well, one, you got to do your research because you want to be fair to you and the customer. And also, you got to have that knowledge. And even if you don't have it, it's nice to get it and nice to be able to attain it because we're always learning. You never, you never know it all. Damned if you knows it all. Now this one here is a nice badge. Scottish clan, it says. Okay. Vintage antique Scottish clan badge. Okay. Lord. I don't want to know the history of Scotland. I just want to know. Give me a price. God damn it. Wow, some of these Scottish badges are worth a lot of money. Okay. See, learning. Okay, there he is. McDonald's of what? Clarinald Crest, 1930s vintage bonnet badge. He's there for £42. So that's a pretty accurate price, I think. Um, that's exactly the one that it is. Exactly. No, no way about it. That is exactly what he is. Now we got one here on Ruby Lane, so that's going to give us an accurate one for sure. Okay, so on Ruby Lane, the is a tad bit different. It's actually a newer one. But anyway, done. That badge there, I'd be comfortable to say $100. Very comfortable. Yeah, that's a nice badge for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Credibility is everything because, and like we all make mistakes, right? Like there's shit happens in life, but the reality is you got to try your best. You got to be able to answer any questions and stuff. And if you do make a mistake, fess up and remedy it, right? But a lot of people they just sell based on what they buy. So if they buy for 10, they want to sell for 20, and that's a great way to do business. I'll gladly buy from you and laugh my fat ass all the way to the bank. But it'll never happen with me because I'll always do my research just to make sure, just on the fact that I want to know. Because guess what? If I find this guy again, I'm going to know it's $100. I won't need to go and waste my time to do research. Now the site said $100 to $300, but at the end of the day, it can. Okay, so that's World War II. 20 to $40. So yeah, so he's a $20 one. Oh, there's a weird one. So I don't think anyone wants our Kriegsmarine uniform out of him, buddy. You're not going nowhere for a cheap price, man. That is an original. He's fucking rare as fuck. A lot of reproductions on the go with him though. Wow. Well, I would not have guessed that. That damn thing there is only like $20. That's unbelievable. Highland Light Infantry. Okay, so the highest I can find was 40. The lowest is 13. 21. Okay. Now he's there for 200, but I think that one is yeah, he's got them like it's gold. It is definitely different, but officer's cap badge, that's why. Gotcha. Yeah. Dumb. All right, what do we say here? Okay, Relic Military. That is always a good spot to. Okay, he's actually there for 25 pounds, so $40 on the high end sites, we'll say, and so that's a $20 one. They start at $20. Go from there. Oops. Yeah, I know. Now, on like I say, on some of the higher end sites, like the one I researched lots of times is Relic Militaria, and like they're generally spot on. They have them there for 25 pounds, so that's like $40 or so, right? But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, maybe I'll put him up here. He's there is more. He's 1939. Yes. Okay. 1 second, my buddy. No, that is not the same badge. That is not the same badge. These are not the same badges. That's why. Remember how I said about the long clip and these two? Those those are ones with the long clips. Yeah. So that's World War II. The ones I'm looking at there are post World War II. Anyway, see, little shit you gotta learn along the way. Okay, now this one here. Okay, so he's there for £25, and it says they're an original when they got this here. So yeah, he's worth 40, $50. Yeah, he just seems to be all over the board. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, new. That's a nice one. Again, World War II. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. You gotta research. The slightest little thing can, especially in stamps, like a one off on the color, man, can be crazy. I remember when I was a kid. Um, I guess the Fusiliers. There was a big stamp show that came to town. I was always really good at being able to remember anything. So they say I got a photographic memory, but it is what it is. But anyway, it's pretty good when it comes to knowing the value of stuff. Like if I see it once, I'm generally pretty good. And so anyway, this guy, I was there at his table, and he's a little bit of an idiot because I was a kid. I don't think he thought I was probably wasting his time, didn't have much money. And so anyway, he had a real nice Pence issue, which is Newfoundland stamps from 1857 to around 1872, 73. And so anyway, he was there, and I said, "How much for the stamp?" And he said, "I want $100 Canadian." Now, why he specified Canadian in Newfoundland, I don't know, but anyway, he was just one of those weirdos. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll give you $100 Canadian." And anyway, he sold me the stamp, and I'm like, thank you so much for this great deal. I really appreciate it. And he kind of chuckled to himself, and he's like, "Well, I can tell you're new and you're only a young guy." So he said, I don't want to rip you off or nothing, but he said, it wasn't really a good deal. He said, but when you get a little bit older, you'll learn more about collecting and how much to pay and all that stuff. He said, because, that stamp is worth about 120 to 150 bucks. He said, if you played your game right, I probably would have sold it to you cheaper. He said, but you just gave me the $100. I appreciate it. But he said, you got to learn as you go, that kind of way. So he's kind of making fun of me. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. I said, I know this particular stamp was number 8, Newfoundland number 8, 1866. And I said, yeah, I said, I appreciate that. And I understand. I said, but if you notice, I said, this is actually a color variation. This is the light rose, and it's worth about $8,500. So going on your economic little lecture here, I think paying $100 for an over $8,000 Canadian value is pretty good. What do you think? And Dad was there. Dad just busted out laughing. And Buddy's mouth hit the floor, and he realized that I was right. And he's like, "I want that one." And Dad's like, "No, no, no, you sold it to him." I'm like, "Hey, you're not getting it back now, you fucker." So anyway, that was one of my first uh, experiences when it comes to buying off dealers in Newfoundland. So not bad, $50. Yeah, it's funny, these idiots. As I got older here, there wasn't a dealer around that would sell to me in Newfoundland. They're like, even if I wanted something that was cheap, they're like, how much is it worth, Bon? Why do you want this? Why is that worth more? Like, and I'm like, no, 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 I just want it for my collection. I just seriously, it's not no. There's something with it if you want. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, we got 2 people in the room. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go back and post up something else in the group. Do, 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 do. else we're going to post in the group from that divide night. Let's see. Sometimes in the group, what happens is they don't buy in the group. They just now see this is the cheaper variety, so very similar. They're Scottish badges, which we just learned, and see this is an original one. He's a little bit darker, smaller, and when you flip them over, see this is the original, and this is the ones that are like 20-25 bucks, like that. So that's why this one's worth more, that one's worth less, even though it's a different insignia, what have you. But no, it's Canadian, but it's there is a Scottish connection. I'll just find out what it is now, but that's the difference, right? Definitely fucking Scottish. Damn well sure. Oh, who's writing me? No. I'm finally getting the opportunity to go through this stuff. They put that one on backwards. Nope. They put that right. Never mind. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I said it was a Scottish, the Highland Fusiliers of Canada. So they're the Canadian Scottish people. In white metal, badge authorized June 1968. Again, post World War II, like I said, 68 millimeters. Sure. And price. Come on, boss. And the most important thing they don't tell you. What's it worth? That's the same thing when relatives ask you how you're doing and everything else. They don't give a shit. They just want to know how much money you're making. Same thing with this. We don't want to know that 68 millimeters. I could care less about. I want to know the value. God damn it. Okay, there we go. Oh, Jesus, worth point. Stupid shit. Hey. Oh boy. Come on, boys. There gotta be. Yeah. Some of these sites, man, they're so stupid. I hate them. Okay, that should be it there. Okay, let's. Original Piper, is this not what that is? Okay, so the original, the World War II one is $50 Canadian. So again, comparable with that. So again, that is a $20 badge, and this is the Highland Fusiliers. So you can't have Highland without the Scots. Oh, what in the world we got here? The Boys Brigade. The Boys Brigade. Now, who's heard tell of that? Little Boys Brigade, sponsored by the Catholic Church. Boys Brigade is an international, interdenominational youth organization founded in Glasgow, Scotland by William Alexander Smith in 1883. It was one of the first uniform youth organizations aiming to develop Christian character through a program of physical, spiritual, and educational activities. And that's exactly the same thing as the Church Lads Brigade, CLB. The organization model is sure and steadfast, which is a reflection in the design of its badge. All right, now what's it worth? Okay, 50 to 80 bucks. Right on. Now we got one here that's an exact. If it should come up. Hello. Okay. So apparently, this badge was used up until 2006. Now, not that badge. That one is much older, and apparently they're popular because everything on this site is sold. So awesome. Let's see more. Attack again. Okay, so it's it's about a $50-ish. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it seems to be popular because they're sold and they're knocking on the door to 50. It seems like every time. So I'm going to Facebook over it. That's pretty cool. Now we got Elizabeth II. So we know this is after World War II, just by the monarch. Beautiful cap badge, huh? Royal Canadian Engineers. Yeah, and that one is again he's worth a badge with. Yeah, this one here. Now they changed them, obviously, right? But it's identical with the exception of the back. It seems like I would say this organization probably folded in 2006. That's what they're alluding to. If I were a betting man, that's what I'd guess. I didn't realize how many bloody badges there are. My God. Oops. Did I get that then? I did. Oh. Look at all the history we're learning tonight. Military history. Gotta love it. Okay, so this one here seems to be pretty common. Yeah. So this is the Canadian Hussars, so light infantry, and not overly valuable for some reason. So $20, but still it is what it is. That's pretty cool. Got a line on it. Cadet services. Oh, let's see what this one's worth. I gotta say, the group doesn't like military stuff. I was afraid of this. That's why it's always nice to do like the pop-ups, because then someone can circle back around again if they're so inclined. Okay, Jesus, no, I don't want to go on Facebook. Lord. Okay. There he is there. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of them, but they're not the same. Okay, we gotta go over here. It's a different one. I don't know how much value is there, but my God, if you got $20 for every one, a few dollars there. Okay, this was put in the military cap badges. It looks like it's a it's what an emblem belonging to a Mercury Marquis. It looks like this is pretty funny. Yeah, the 69 to 72 Mercury Marquis. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, and not so it's definitely not a cat badge, but it goes into our car collection now. Mercury Marquis. That was funny. Okay, there he is. Okay, so about $40, but not a military cap badge. Oh, that one looks nice. I like that one. That one looks really nice. Got a horse and everything on it. Can't go wrong. It's the first collection of military. Yeah, it is what it is. I kind of like doing these myself, to be honest with you. The first time I ever purchased a collection of military cap badges, I was at this place, and Buddy had them in a. It was almost like one of those cookie cans from, I don't know, you've seen them like with Queen Elizabeth on them, and he had a pile in there, you know. And anyway, he just opened them up, and I said, sure, you know, and we worked out the deal, and I brought them home. And when I opened them up, man, they stunk of fucking weed. It was nuts. And oh my God, like you couldn't get the smell of weed off these goddamn cap badges. So I'm there and I'm trying to wash them, you know, because you don't want your cat like no, he wouldn't want, but I'm sure they would still stink today. And anyway, I was there and I was going over them and getting the value of them, blah blah blah. Anyway, he calls me up and he goes, Bon, you got to bring my stash box back, man. I didn't mean to sell my stash box. I just needed the money quick, and I wanted to sell you the cat badges, but I need my stash box back. All right, pal, I'll bring it back. So I brought back the stash box. I'm like, next time you get like anything, I said, put your weed somewhere else, man, because it stinks up the fucking inventory. So this is World War II Sherbrooke Regiment cap badge. It is valued at, well, believe it or not, between what was it they say, $20 and $50. But that is a beautiful, beautiful cap badge. Like you're not getting. My God, I figured that one would be worth more than that. To be honest with you, buddy. He's a fucking ugly old one, then geez, he worth $100. Okay, so the highest one there I can see is $30 plus $20 shipping. So you know they're kind of all over the place, but that's a nice badge. I don't give a shit what it says. Okay, yeah, Jesus, he's not worth a lot. Like $20, $20 to $50, man. Like, okay, that one got to be worth money. It got a lion on it. Got to be worth money. Veterans Guard of Canada. Okay, 50 to $100 it says. Yeah, okay, so this one is a good one. Yeah, this one's a good one. Yeah, so the lowest I can see them there's for 27. That's on eBay. I wouldn't expect any better. Oh, another one on eBay. Again, okay, so that is. I got two there on eBay for like $25. $80. Yeah, okay, so $80 Canadian is kind of what the price is. Okay. Yeah, that one's Veterans Officers Cap Badge, Scully, Montreal. Yeah. Badge of Metals Co. Canada. Now this one here is not near so good a shape. Okay, so it is World War II. Oh, $0 out of stock. So that must be when they sell them. Their site goes down to $0. So awesome job, guys. Okay, so that's all that's there. But yeah, that's $50 all day long. Yeah, hey Adam, spot on, buddy. Spot on. $50 all day long is right. No, Royal Canadian Ordnance Corps. Yeah, it's fun going through the prices of them. Let's say you never know what you'll find, right? That's a nice one there. I bet you he's worth a few bucks. Yeah, you got that one right, buddy. You get a prize. Just remind me. I'll give you a prize for that. So what do you think that one's worth, Adam? Adam? See, this is what pisses me off about these, right? I'll tell you after your guesses. Okay, £31. Okay. Oh, we got another friend here. Awesome. No, let's not him. Canadian Ordnance. So 50 to 100. Yeah, yeah, it was 50 to 150, so you weren't spot on. But anyway, yeah, but what's funny, right? So like on eBay, $35, okay, but $60 shipping. So like, what kind of bitch slap would that be? To buy that damn thing for 35, and then when you go to checkout, like there's $60 there, and you already got the bid in. Oh man, just way to snooker you. I'd rather be honest and put like $100 on it and like free shipping. But it's funny. Yeah, you fucked up on that one. Oh shit, I was gonna check that one next. Okay. Repay. See, like on eBay, $10, right? Oh shit, how much shipping though? Yeah, $6 shipping, so $16. But it says 40 to 80 on the site. Stupid eBay, man. Like these losers, they're just really degrading the price of everything. So like this, right? £11, so say £22 for easy math, on eBay. Postage £32, so $22 for the item and over $60 for shipping. Like what kind of jerk? Fucking eBay, man. You gotta be some careful. I remember one time I went on there and they had these ancient. They were the fighting claws that the Chinese used to have. They kind of almost like Wolverine. Anyway, back in the like years ago, they like I guess when they couldn't afford weapons or whatever, they made these gloves and these claws that come out and they're cool as hell, but they're very rare. And anyway, I was looking at it one day and geez, there was a set on eBay for $9.99. Perfect. And I go click buy. And as luck would have it, I saw the shipping before I confirmed. Anyway, over $2,000 shipping. I was like, you bastards. So anyway, I didn't get my claws, but they were cool. It was a great price at $9.99. Great price. So we got another friend here, Adam. Who's here? That's a nice one. That's going to be our money. Gotta be. Well, that even got the real old school pin too. The Essex Scottish Regiment of Canada. Yep. Oh, they had a significant role in Deep. Right on, 1942. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so it says they're 75 to $150, and I'm telling you, that's worth every penny of that. I don't even give a shit what anyone says. So British military badges, UK. Now, what are they saying about this? Okay, that is the old one. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so he's on that site for little over $60, but that's $100 badge all day long. That's a really really nice one. Let's see if he's Hearts and Daggers. Okay, he's not very expensive on that one. £26, so $50. Well, no one's getting that one for $50. We fucked if to do. I got some real nice German, like World War II stuff. Yeah, so he's there for like $120. Okay, so yeah, what is he here? Essex Scottish. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm on the real site there now about him. Where they got all the information about the soldiers and stuff, but I don't see a price for the badge. But anyway, it is what it is. Therefore, I got him as low as like 50, but like 120 is kind of where he's going to. So, I would put this at, and of course you got to like the original metal or the original leather there as well with the real old school pin. So, that's $100 all day long. I don't give a shit what anyone says. This piece. Oh, look at this weirdo. City of London. Oh, that's a Fusiliers badge. Oh, what does that one say? The Royal Fusiliers, City of London. I bet that's what that is. I could be wrong, but let's just see. What do we got here? That's a different badge, man. I gotta say, that's a different badge altogether. No, I think that one's a nice one. The Royal Fusiliers, City of London Regiment. Haha. The infantry British Army formed in 1900. And this is definitely World War II at least. City of London knows a distinctive badge, often incorporated the Fusilier grenade. The regiment served as distinction in various conflicts, including World War One, where many territorial battalions were raised. Okay, so this is a World War One badge. They got disbanded after World War One. Cool. I would have thought they were in the Blitz with and all that stuff. But anyway, neither here nor there. The T stands for territorial. Cool. All right, and the value is $50 to $100. So a little bit under on that one, buddy. Okay, so apparently the number can change. So there's one there. Is a 4 instead of a 1. Whatever. I guess that's the territory, like the first territory. Wow. Okay. So yeah. So okay. So here's how stupid it is. $50 to $100 on the site. On eBay, this exact one here sold for 230 Canadian. So that's a really nice badge. So yeah, he's a special one, and it's sold too. So it's not like just pie in the sky bullshit. That's cool. So that's a really nice one. So yeah, Adam, way off on that one, buddy. And look, another one. There's $190. I think that's an American, not sold. Um, yeah, okay. Yeah, so 230 sold, 230 Canadian, and online for 190 American. So very nice, a good scarce piece. The First Territorial Battalion, which is exactly what we said. The Royal Fusiliers, City of London Regiment, and again, World War One disbanded in 1918. So yeah. So now, if you see this guy around Adam, you know to pick him up. Wow, that's a good one. What else we got? I don't know, all kinds of little shit. Did we not already have this one? Sure, we did. Yep. Nova Scotia. There you go. So, yeah, there it is right here. Ooh, this one looks weird. Now, what do you think that is? COTC. Conservatives ousting Toronto cunts. Could work. Now, that one I could kind of guess what the other one was there, but I have no clue. But I know it's Canada because Beaver got a nice form shield. Yeah, I do so. And like you got a beaver on the bottom and books, so that would probably signify a university, maybe Canadian University. No, I don't. I don't know what that. I don't know what the acronym. Oh, probably feel real stupid now in a second. Oh, they have that university. Watch it now, it's fucking military, some shit. Nowhere handy. Oh yeah, no, nowhere handy. The Canadian Officer Training Corps. Now that makes a lot more sense, by the way. Was established by the Canadian Forces during World War II to train officer cadets for the Canadian Army. It provided vital resources and commissioned officers. Blah blah blah. Okay, and I'm gonna say yeah, $20 to $50. Yeah, so there's University of Toronto is where they were. So, and not an overly rare badge, but $20 to $50. But I can't see them. Um, okay, I see one there for 55. Oh shit, one there for 125. Fuck is this? And this is trench military. Okay, exact same badge. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so and they say World War One. Silver. This is not silver. That's not silver. Okay, so their badge is silver. That's not that one. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm getting this badge at around $30, so we'll toss them in the $20 pile. Okay, I got them there for 60. Yeah, fuck it, you can stay in there now. Ooh, another one of these. Again, now this one here is the right. Look at all we learned tonight. Right now we know this is World War II, and we know it's Scottish. We just well, it's probably Canadian, Scottish, some shit. But the Canadian Fusiliers or some fucking thing. So let's see what that one is. And again, I'm going to say that one's about $50. It's got the eagle on the double eagle. Okay, that's World War II Lanark and Renfrew Scottish Regiment Canadian Military Cap Badge. So again, Canada Scottish. Renfrew is where my father was born. And it says here 75 to 125. And he's on eBay for 50. So yeah, so that's a nice badge. That's a nice badge. So again, $50, that kind of way. What do we got here? Ooh, the British Columbia Dragoons. Now that's got to be worth a few bucks. Come on, the Dragoons, man, the Dragoons. Watch it now, $3. $50, solid. Actually, more. Oh my God. One asshole got this one on eBay, $70 plus $84 shipping. Oh my God. But anyway, good badge. That's a different one. Ooh, this one's signed on the back and everything. Oh, this is a fancy one. Look. And he's got like the real fancy clip. Like not the safety pin one. That's okay. This is yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, I think he goes this way. Yeah, there we go. Now that's a nice badge. That's a nice badge. Let's see what he's going to come in at. It's funny, after a while, you may see something and you may not know what it is or whatever, but you can smell the value, and you can just tell, like, it's like that one's going to be good. I got faith. Oh my God, that's a German national sports badge. Oh, this is the Third Reich Germans. Okay, I did not see that coming. Holy shit! Oh wow, from 1933 to 45. Yeah, that's about the Third Reich there. Yeah. And again, I was correct on the value. I should have known that that's like German, uh, you know, uh, industrial creation. Like no Allied force would have that. We just have a safety pin thrown through, just like all the rest, right? Like, see, us, or well, this is us. Hair clip. This is a German, right? They got like a stamped and everything. I should have looked at it and seen that it was in German. Oh, it is. She's got serial number. Holy fuck, Mick, no wonder they lost the war. Too busy doing all that shit. Wow. Yeah, okay, cool. That's from the Third Reich. I did not know that. Okay, so he's there for $90 to $110. Again, and I would suspect that's low. But let's just double check everything. Hey, that's a nice badge. I like that. Oh, there's supposed to be a swastika on the bottom. Oh, but goddamn, there is. There is just there was supposed to be a swastika here. It looks like someone must have knocked it off or something. Yeah. German sports. Okay, so uh, I'm sorry. No, there's not supposed to be a swastika there. It's just like a ribbon. I guess this one where it was used so much or whatever. The exact same one. Yep. $170. Yeah, on eBay of all places. Okay, so 100 pounds on another site. That's cool. I didn't. Yeah, exactly. Like this, that's a really nice badge, I gotta say. So we'll put the money ones over here, right, Adam? Ooh, look at this. That's a weird one. I believe Scott liked him. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm going to say Third Reich sports badge. What you wouldn't find in a. It was funny because first when I bought a load of badges at one point, and they were all Canadian except for the one Nazi one right on top, eagle with the swastika right on the bottom of the fucking talons. Oh man. Okay, so this one here is 50 to 150. That must be an officer's badge based on the coloring. Original cap badge. Let's see. 15 pounds. Canadian Hussars bimetal. See, what I don't get, like the book value is 50 to 150, depending on condition, obviously. Circa 1930, 1950. Okay, so World War II. Officer's cap badge, but not getting any respect. Like very, very low. Like $25 is the best I can find them on. Anyway, come over there. This show on the road. Well, so are we learning anything tonight or what? Got some really cool ones up here. Yeah, it is. That's the Canadian Ordnance Corp. We already researched them, didn't we? Yeah. The Canadian Ordnance Corp. I'm pretty sure we tossed them over there. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Nope, there he is there. The Royal Canadian Ordnance Corp. Okay. Okay, now we have one just like that. That one was fairly common. I know that for a fact. Ooh, what do we got here? That one looks nice. I think we have one similar to that too. But the one we had earlier had the Canadian, maple leaves coming out the top. If it serves me correctly. Okay. Yeah, so that one there, he says, is listed at 200, 150 to $200 Canadian. Okay, now looks like that one there. Okay, $167. I don't know why that one would be worth so much. It looks like it's okay. So it's got to be different because the clip on the back, the clips say a lot about it, and as you can see, the clip goes horizontal, as where this one goes vertical. So it's not the same badge. So we just need to find the right one. Okay, I think I found the right one. Oh, page is down. Great. Okay, let's try this one. It is a nice badge, though, I gotta say. Okay, so if this is correct, what this site is saying, it says this is a Boer War cap badge. Now, I don't believe that for a second, but it's okay. There he is. So the Boer War, obviously, if you don't know, was 1898, I think, to 1900, 1902, something like that. Winston Churchill made his name in there. Okay, so now I got the right one. Okay, it is a World War I General Service Regiment cap badge. It is sold out. So We don't know the price. Fuck. But World War One. Now that makes a lot more sense to me. Um, Police badge. Not that. Yeah, this is General Service. General Service Corps, World War One. That's what it is. No doubt about it. My God, give me a fucking price, guys. Okay, so on eBay, $15. Exact same one. Okay. But again, eBay can be. All right, so eBay, 33 US with $10 shipping. So yeah, so it's World War II. It's knocking on the door to $50, and it's a really nice badge. So, I think you can squeak a $50 bill out of it, or pretty close. I don't think anyone would have a hard time with that one. It's a beautiful badge. Now we got this one here. Now what's this? It's a nice one. That's all what you're doing, looking for comparables, making sure that on this one here, I don't know, buddy. It's definitely World War II ish. Princess Louise Dragoon Guard. So yeah, generally the dragoons, no matter what it is, it's valuable. So $20 to $50 is what that one is valued at there. So let's just check our good friends on eBay has that $6, believe it or not. So eBay can go to hell. World War II. Okay, 14 pounds. Okay, is there as high as $65? Sorry, $55. Okay. Yeah, $55. World War One, World War II. So if he's there for $55, that means he's worth that. We just need a few more comparables just to make sure. One sold for $91. So yeah. Oh, okay, no, that's stupid. This is World War II. I hate it when they say sold out and they don't give you the price of what they sold for. How can we be nosy if you don't give us the information? Idiots. Okay, Relic Military. Yeah, that's the one I likes. Okay, why are you not giving me the correct badge? Okay. Buy. All over the place on this one. $20 to $50 is where that one is, in all honesty. I can replace him for $20, so I'd feel more comfortable tossing him there, even though he is on one site for 55, but that don't mean a roll of beans when they're not selling or anything, right? Ooh, this one looks like him. I don't think that one's going to be expensive. I think I researched that one before, or something like it. I don't think, if memory serves me correctly, he's not a valuable badge, but we'll see, you know? Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm to on him, Adam. What you now? $200. 30 to 60, it says. No, I thought that would be even on eBay, 15 to okay. Jesus. eBay's always good to give you a baseline. Well, $5 on eBay, but he's beat to shit. So we take that with a grain of salt. Jesus, fuck yeah, fuck out eBay. eBay is good to give you a baseline, but when you want to do actual research on value, it's uh, it's not gonna help you too much. That tick click just will not have that there. Jeez, when this come out, just give me a sensible price. eBay UK. Another thing too, like this is Roy. Oh no, that is British military kit badges. Let's see if he's there. Like, why the fuck would you bring me to the site and it not be there? I don't get it. Okay, so 21 pounds is what they're online for. So $30, right? So yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to toss them there just to say the hell with it. Oh, that's a good. This looks like this got American written all over it. This still. You got 111 because they couldn't count to 2, so they had to put 1 there 3 times. Sorry, guys. And they got the guns because that's the way it is in America. You gonna take away my guns? Watch it. No, this is British. It's bad neck badge. Yeah. Okay. U.S. Army 1st Infantry offers color insignia. What do you think that's worth, Mr. Adam? Okay, that's not the one. Okay, I'm not seeing one with 3 ones. Okay, so it says. Okay, so on here it says, I estimate the U.S. Army 1st Infantry Regiment color insignia to be valued between 150 and 250 Canadian, but it's not. It's not the same, right? Like it's. And there's other ones that are like, no, this is only eBay, but they're cross, but they don't have the ones in front or nothing like that, and it's $15. So I'm not seeing. I see them there with the one sold out, no longer available. That's some fucking dumb. Okay, so there's one there with 2, 3, 4. I don't. Yeah, so the one there with 423, he sold for $40. So just give me a second, Adam. I just gotta run out here for a moment. Well, I'm back, everybody. And by everybody, I mean Adam. Yeah, so we can't find that guy, so we just shove him over there. How you making out, Adam? Well, I'm really kind of disappointed the fucking power didn't go. It was still really windy out there like crazy, but oh well. I gotta say, I enjoy doing these like this. Yeah. Now, if we were to go live and all that shit, uh, we'd lose power right away. That's the way it was or is. Yeah, it's pretty funny like that. But anyway, what do you do? No. Well. I gotta say, by the guys in the group, they certainly don't like war stuff. I didn't say this was a military auction. Jesus. Where'd that go then? Just trying to take care of the group there now. Give me a second. Oh, where the fuck did that picture go? There he is. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Auction was started and done. I gotta say, I'm getting. I enjoy doing these talks like this. You know, you're getting to learn so much when it comes to the antique side of things, and you never know, right? You know, like people may enjoy watching the video back after or something. You know, it is what it is. But if I'm doing work, there's no trouble to log on and go live and talk about antiques, or if anyone has any questions or whatever, it's all cool. But I gotta say, our dollar starts is gonna stop. That's stupid. No, it's the 14th Battalion here. Okay, so what do we got? World War One, Canada CEF 14th Battalion, Royal Montreal Regiment, shoulder title single, and it is a $50 piece. And it is the exact one there, and it's on Military Antiques. So I don't think I need to question that one anymore, to be completely honest with you. That's a group I trust when it comes to all this shit. I'm just going to see now if I can't just get one more comparative, but and of course I can't, because that'd be too fucking easy. Let's go that one. Yeah, so that's what they are. They're $50, so $50, and that's a fair price on that piece. Oh, see what this one is. That's a nice clean cap badge. I don't think it's ancient or anything, but you never know. So so it has the Queen's crown. So definitely after World War II. It's very clean. Oh, it even has a date on it. So there we go. So we got a date. Let's see. 1984. And it says Redo on it, which is the Redo Hall in Ottawa. Sometimes when people call me from Ottawa, they say, Mr. Redo. I'm like, no, ride out. Nothing to do with French. Trust me. Redo Hall, Redo River, very famous area. The Governor General's house or whatever is Redo Hall. So here, watch the Canadian news. Redo Hall is. Oh, well, yeah, here we go. Okay, so one sold on eBay for $40. Better than I thought. Okay. Let's see, whatever it says here now. Canadian military engineers. Stupid places don't tell you what it's worth. Okay. Oh my. So one sold on eBay for. Okay, so there's one on eBay as well for. Get this, Adam. Same pin. Same pin. Now I would have said $20. Okay, so we're thinking along the same lines. You're not going to believe this. One is selling on eBay right now, $172.78 with $63.45 shipping. Now, can you believe that? What in the hell? Look, I know you're not going to believe me, so there you go. Right? Like fucking insane. It's not worth that. It can't be. And then, of course, the $63. Like, can you believe that? Like, what? Like, no, it's not worth that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. And that is the same. Well, they got Canada spelled with a K, so that'll tell you how bright they are. Click here to browse. Okay, so like I get the $40 piece. You know, like yeah, I can see that. I cannot see the. Okay, so that's infiltrate. Uh, Okay, Canadian badges. There. Just trying to find a comparable here. I'm not going to waste my time on it. I'm going to put them up here and say $50. But I don't believe for a second it's. Jeez, I don't want to send it on Facebook. Like on the site there, it said between 40 and 80. Mid 20th century, it was 84. So yeah, okay, we'll give you a pass on that one. But like I say, it's just simply not some sense and sensibility got to take over. That's a really nice one, actually. This is the earlier one, I believe. The smaller one of the two. There you go. And again, this one here has a date on it. Always nice when things got dates. Hey, 1982, Montreal, Canada. 1982, the year the world was blessed. Good year. Solid year, 1982. What an amazing year. No. Oh, shit. So this looks like Navy. 1982, so 43 years old. See how good I am with math? So anyway, $50 to $100 says on the site. So I'm going to say eBay. Okay, on Etsy here, we're going to go first. Says sold. So there's absolutely no help to us whatsoever. Wouldn't expect anything else from Etsy. eBay is just bad. And then we got ebay.ca, which is even worse than ebay.com. Like, see, the thing about this is like any bozo that with half a brain can post something on eBay, and like it's not an accurate value. And again, too, some of it is auction. So if you're looking at it on say day 7, it's different than day. Okay, so oh yeah, $40-$50. There's some Canadian Sea Cadet instructor cap badge. Okay. Kill. That's the instructor badge, so that's why it's getting a little bit extra love. Now, why can't you just have a price? I hate that one. They're too weak to put a price up. Worth point. That's only eBay anyway. Anyway, I'm going to say $50. I'd be happy with $50 on it. Oh, look at this little guy. That must be the shoulder badge. Gotta be, certainly. So, guys, I hope you're enjoying I hope I'm not boring you too much, but when I do appraisals and stuff, I can go live all the time. Yeah, that's what I mean. Collar badge. Sorry, because again, I make no I make no guarantees on my military bullshit. That's actually a nice piece. This is the Canadian the ex exploration. My tongue is tied. Exploration Force (CEF) was designated the Field Army of Canada during World War One. The CEF was formed in 1914 and was composed of volunteer soldiers from across Canada. Played a significant role in major battles on the Western Front, earning a reputation for its tendencies and effectiveness. The badge officially mentioning overseas. Yeah, be goddamn do. and field artillery. By geez, got me again. Yep. Uh, Likely belonged to soldiers serving in a Canadian artillery unit deployed to Europe during the First World War. Such badges were often worn on military uniforms to signify affiliation with a particular unit or branch service, blah, blah, blah. And again, World War One says 50 to $100. I got one here selling very similar to, it's actually the 100th and, oh no, that's not the same one. Never mind. Canadian Field Artillery. And again, it's going to come in at around $50. I got one there for 60 pounds on regimental battles or badges. Sorry, 60 pounds. So that's $100. And yeah, and that's exactly. I agree. Private policy. Fuck off. Just show me the shit, man. Now it says there it's a cap badge. I don't know if that's a bigger one or whatever, but it's the exact same one. And it's there for 60 pounds. Got another one there, $75. So, and it says color badge for the $75 one. So, again, it's a nice badge. It's yeah, it's a nice one. Like it's World War One. So, like, what do you expect, right? Like, they're not making any more. What do you think of that little guy? I just found him actually. So let's. Yeah, sometimes the weirdest things, you don't appreciate it until it's like, whoa. That's like all the Newfoundland stuff, the Newfoundland Regiment, man. It's so sought after that, like, you look at it in a book, and the book might say, for the volunteer, $1,000. It says in the book. I would jump over you to buy it off you for $1,000, minimum 2,500, minimum. But like, people don't realize how rare it is until they need it or whatever, right? But incredibly rare piece. And this one here, this Canadian Ordnance Corp, $40 to $60. Um, Royal Canadian Ordnance Corp. There, I got them there for 36. That's on Etsy. Sorry, 44 on Etsy. So that's knocking on the door to 50. So rock and roll. Ooh, look at this! Look at this one. Wow! Now what in the world we got here? It's a weird one. I got the. I got whatever. And so it's got to be after World War II anyway, because it's got the Queen's crown, unless it's something stupid. But let's learn about it all together here. So this weird because it's got the two pins, which would generally signify World War II, but it has the Queen's crown. Maybe the king was identified as a queen that day. I don't know, but let's see. This was the date of the first Pride Parade. Okay, this badge represents a crown. Okay, awesome. A potent symbol of monarchy and authority. Okay, got it. Frequently used military insignia. Okay, great. But I want to know about that crown. What's this fucking saying? Okay, so Royal Force British context, specific crown designs developed over time, with the St. Edward's crown being a prominent example used in various official capacities. What, St. Edward's crown? Okay, I got the exact. No, it's different. It's different. Maybe that's the Queen. Okay, maybe it was designed differently. Maybe that is the King's crown. Hang on, I stand corrected. Give me a second, guys. No, it's Queen's crown. Okay, cool. Right first time. Gotta be careful with that stuff because. Okay, so it's Queen's Crown Royal Air Force. RAF Flights Sergeant's Insignia ranks crown. And I got a pair here, and it's sold, so it doesn't help us out any. But it is okay. It just talks with the Royal Air Force, but that's post. That's post World War II. It gotta be. Oh, geez, they got everything there about this crown, about this badge, except the price. So Royal Air Force Flight Sergeant's Insignia is what they got it called. So let us. But it's not a valuable item, right? It's like $20 or so, so we can put it down there. I'm not going to break the bank or nothing like that. This one. Oh, what do we got here? Now that looks cool. What do we got here? Again, World War II. A lot of these badges are World War II. This one. Oh, this is a neat little one. That's the Australian. I wonder where he was. He's worth a few bucks actually. The Royal Winnipeg Rifles. Interesting. Now that's okay. So it says here 150 to 250. Now let's see, and I can see that because, geez, now on the site there they had there for £20. Okay, he's there for £40. 20 pounds, £35. He's knocking on the door to $50. I don't know why they, I guess value and everything else, but it is World War II, and it is, yeah, so $50. Yep. Yeah, it says there, but everything online says like basically $50. So what I'm doing here now is I'm just basically separating the cheaper ones, say, and the higher ends. So these are the ones that I'll do more research on now moving forward. That one there I know is a nice badge. It's from Australia, and I've had it a while. I bought it from I know exactly where that one came from. But he was a very, very knowledgeable collector. Very knowledgeable. This is a different one. This is the Cross of St. Andrew. What do we got here? Yeah, 80 to 120. Selling for 111. That's exactly where I have that. Yeah, so vintage Australian Commonwealth. Okay, so Buddy got him there for $110. He was there for 111. 1914 to 19. Okay, that's a World War I badge, actually. So, let's see if there's any more there. Yeah, there's one there really bad shape for cheap, but sold at auction, invaluable. Now, what does... Yeah, and again, $120 is where that one sits. So, he is a very nice badge. There you go. This is a different one. Oh, this is Perth. Oh yeah, right on. Perth Regiment. So Australia again. Australia strikes again. Army infantry existed from 1920 to 1954. Interesting. And it says they're 50 to $100. So that one there's post World War II. Okay, there's one online there for $20. The one there says rare and beautiful, but yet only $20. So rare and beautiful can get you for. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see now. Okay, so 20 pounds. So let's see if I can get any more comparables. I got a few at $20 right on the nut, so. Yeah, 20 bucks. So real nice piece. It has those there, but it says after World War II, post World War II. It's got nice little words there and everything. So not too bad. Not too bad. I didn't think that was Perth. That was the same when I picked it up. Oh, look at this guy. These are different. That's different. Yeah, Western Australia, absolutely. I got a friend in Perth. Always wanted to go there. And then God hit her with an ugly stick, and I'm like, I'll stay in Canada. Shocking bad bomb. True, though, he did. So, yeah, so these here again, $20. Not going to break the bank or nothing. You can see them there online, I guess, like between 15 to 30, that kind of way. But again, 20 bucks solid. Christopher Green, oh yeah, nice. Actually, come to think of it, I dealt with a dealer in Perth as well. Bad with names, though. Okay, so again, 25 bucks starting off. Basic. Okay, on September 1st, 2010, after 20 years, 2,414, Royal Canadian Army Cadet Corps amalgamated back into number nine Royal Navy. Okay, so whatever. 20 bucks. Just one more check just to make sure we're not using click. That's going to come up nothing. Buys what buys. So he's actually 25 pounds, so you could probably even squeak in here, but anyways, enough of that for the knife. But that's a different one. Yeah, Australia is a bit different. I've been trying to break in there now for a while, but they're having a hard recession down there, and they're all a bunch. They all come from criminals, so they all think everyone's just as bad as they are themselves. I think, but I get a kick out of it. I like Australia. It's just it's. I don't know. There's a bit of nepotism there too. I think. I kind of want to deal with their own, so that's a more common one. But still $20. Ooh, here we got a good American one for you guys. Oh, nice enamel, man. What's that? $1,000. Just watch. Come on. Good old America. It's got a Canadian leaf. What's that? I thought that was an eagle. Okay, maybe it's Canadian. It's a funny looking goose, though. But anyway, there you go. Got a crown. It's got a maple leaf. That's a place my dad and I always wanted to go. But he passed in 2012. So yeah, it's too bad. Sorry about that, man. My dad passed in 2022. So 10 years apart. Yeah, the father was awesome. Dad really liked rocks and stuff. So if he was around the auctions, I think would have more rocks because he loved fossils and rock collecting. And we always go rock collecting and stuff. Okay, so okay, so this is Canadian. Sorry, everyone, Canadian, not American. $20. Apologies. Ooh. You go right there. Canadian Infantry Corps. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's the Victoria Rifles of Canada. And it's worth, I got them there for 30, got them for 40, got them for 18. Let's throw them in this $20 pile instead of hell with us. Oh, that one there's damaged, so kind of sucks. So most likely he's gone in the $20 pile, but we'll double check, see what he is, just in case anyone goes over the video wants to have a look. We already researched this guy, so I can go over here. I think, yeah. Okay, so that's World War II, Royal Canadian Infantry, $40 to $60. But again, I'm getting them for 20, 25, 30. Oh, one there's broke already. Look at that. What's he going for? The one that's broke is funny. Okay, so the one that's broke, he's on eBay for €41. Everything's perfect. He's $20. So anyway, oh, there's another Australian one. Hey, look at that. That's another Australian one. So I guess that's the same. So military force, yeah. So we don't need to go recreating the wheel. Look at that. Oh, this is the R. Oh, that might be nice. Hang on now. Let me see. He might be going in my collection. Something is hitting me in the head here. Let's just. Adam, what did we learn earlier, buddy? Royal Air Force. Nope, sorry, that's not what I thought it was. Jesus Christ, we had 3 people in there a second ago. Yeah, I thought that was the in Newfoundland. Basically, they had a like it was a regiment that protected us in case the Germans came over and tried to bomb with their air force. And anyway, that's not what that is. Okay, British Royal Air Force, RAF. Yeah, so again, not overly valuable, but really cool piece. So this is cool. So, oh shit. So here we have the Third Reich, and here we have the Western German Republic. So, and again, same badge, but this is after their defeat. Notice how strong this is and perfect engineering, and not so much with this one, but I bet he's quite rare and still a valuable piece. But that just goes to show That was Third Reich, and that's the that's the one they lost. And there's actually 3 variants of this. This is the gold one. You can get the silver and the bronze, which is really cool. That's neat, guys. I really like that. So maybe they're in there already, the different ones. I don't know. Oh, really cool. Yeah, and they work quite a bit. So anyway, as you can see, this is the silver and the bronze one, and this is the gold variant. So that's the full set. But anyway, that's really cool. This one here, obviously, is the older one. That one's really special. Yeah, that'd be cool now if the other ones were in there. I just got to thumb through this just to see I'm using it. Ooh, there you go, buddy. That's Cross of St. Andrew. Oh, man. There's some really cool stuff here, I gotta say. And again, guys, remember so exact same infantry, exact same badge. Just this one here is World War II. This one here is after. This is how you tell. So, if you're so inclined and doing a bit of research, well, that's why that one's worth more money and this one's not. So, anyway, just leave it down there for now. I'd really like to find. That would be too fucking cool. Yeah, exactly. They might be in here because I've still got a pile to go through. That's that one there. There are a few doubles in there too, which is pretty cool. That one's pretty neat. That must be the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Yeah, that's Royal Canadian Mounted Police. That's neat. I like that. Oh, that's another one of those. These here. Right, and again, now that one there is one without the. So he's cheaper. Ooh, this one's worth a few bucks. That one's worth a few bucks, buddy. That one there we already found. What do we got here? We already researched that one, didn't we? We found out he was in there. Oh, we got a number 1. Another one, P4 on top. Oh, now this one's cool. God love the horsies. What's that, buddy? Yeah, that's the generic one there, I guess. I thought I found that one. That in there. Oh wow, that's different. No, I think my little German badge is not going to be there. Well, that's a neat one. Fusiliers. That's a nice one. That's a really nice one. Just going to picture another little tiny bit just to see. That's nice. There's a lot of nice badges left in here, guys. I gotta say, there's a lot of really nice badges left in here. Just to research together. Look at this guy. Holy fuck. That looks cool. Now tell me that's not worth a few bucks, right? Like, look how neat that is. Like, I don't collect cat badges, but even I can appreciate that. Now see, this is the one. Where the hell he went? Anyway, right here. Oh no, wrong one. Anyway, we have these there too, but that is the World War II one. Maybe it's tossed in here somewhere. No. Anyway, it's there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, 50 to 100 all day long on that one. Man, there's a lot of some really cool stuff here. Ooh, what we got here? Oh, that's the Fusiliers one. That's pretty cool. The poor little German badge is nowhere to be found. Now, this one here, I think, is worth a few bucks. That gotta be worth a few bucks. Wouldn't you agree? That one's pretty cool. He's on the... Yeah, that's pretty neat. I gotta say, I like this. All right, so first one we gotta go for is this guy here. All right, let's see what gods tell us this one's worth. Okay. Courtney says 40 on this one. I'm inclined to agree with Courtney. Ooh. Well, okay, so for starters, it's a World War I badge. I thought it was World War II. Like every goddamn thing on that site is sold. Like what the fuck? Stupid. They got everything there and it tells you all about the fucking medal and all blah blah blah. And anyway, it's yeah, that is that medal. Oh yeah, that's okay. So that is World War I, Canadian Remount Depot Battalion. Blah blah blah, whatever. They say here 100 to 150 bucks, but as we've seen throughout tonight, that there is sometimes they're overpriced, but there's only one online. Period. That's it, and he's sold. So I'm getting it from British Military Badges and Co., which is a great spot. Okay, so this is what they say here. So this is the badge here, right? And as you can see, it's the same badge. Oh, there is numbers on there. Let's see what it says. It's always nice to have one of these. Oh. Okay, be that way. The words are there, they're jumbled up. It seems like there's, I've got to bring out the big guns. Okay. Okay, it's weird. It's like JJINGG4IS. Weird shit, man. It's like, and the letters are overlapping each other. Really strange. Really strange. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. And the letters are. No, it's not a serial number. It's. Oh wow, this is actually better than I thought. There you go. See how the letters overlap? I've never seen nothing quite like that before, like on a badge. It's almost like they struck it twice or whatever. It's definitely different. Strange. Okay, let's see what they got to say. Let's see if okay. So all right. So on this cap badge on here, they do have it, and what it is they must have just struck it. So it's the name of the company, J. Ingle Limited. But what happened was, I guess they when they struck it, yeah. So that's so there's only oh shit. There's only one on the like I said. There's only one online. Period. And it's exactly the same. Just that one there's double struck, which is pretty cool. So okay, so this is original World War One Canada Army Battalion cap badge, in good condition. Blah blah blah. It's original. Okay, guaranteed original, complete and intact. This is an original Canadian World War One Battalion cap badge. Okay, the Canadian Expeditionary Force was designated in the fields of the field force created by Canada for overseas in the First World War. The force fielded several combat formations in France and Flanders. Wow, that's cool. Flanders Fields, right? The largest of which was the Canadian Corps, consisting of 4 divisions: the Canadian Cavalry Brigade, the Canadian Independent Force, which were independent from the Canadian Corps. Also also they fought on the Western Front. The ECF also had a large reserve and training organizations in England and the recruitment organization in Canada. In the later stages of the European War, I've never heard to call that before, particularly after the success of Vimy Ridge and Passchendaele, the Canadian Corps was regarded by friend and foe alike as the most effective Allied military formation on the Western Front. The Germans went so far as to call them stormtroopers for their great combat inefficiency. Now, if you read the little post that I put earlier online, you can see about that. Like the first 3 pages of the Geneva Accord basically is like highlighting what Canada did and why you can't do it anymore in civilized warfare. So you know, there were a bunch of pricks apparently. I don't know if you read the little post I made on Canadian military tactics, but anyway, it's pretty funny. Uh, as long as you're not German. In August 1918, the CEF organized the Canadian Siberian Expeditionary Force, which reinforced the anti-Bolshevik garrison in Valadiskovask during the winter of 1918-1919. They were comprised mostly of volunteers as conscription and not enforced until the end of the war. Yeah, pretty cool. And there was only 24,132 conscripts total. So that's pretty cool. According to Dr. Serge Dufalanger at the Canadian War Museum, popular support for the war was found mainly in English Canada, of the first contingent formed in Quebec in 1914. Fully two-thirds were men born in the United Kingdom. By the end of 1918, at least 50% of the ECF consisted of British-born men. Uh, Recruiting was difficult among the French Canadian population, yeah, because they're French. Also became known as the Vandus. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm just trying to get through it there. But this is really cool. Cool. Whatever. But yeah, only one there is like really cool. That is neat. That is fucking cool, man. I like that. That's neat. And that is a very valuable piece, no doubt about it. Yeah, that one is nice. Now, oh, I wanted to look up the little beaver. Where is he to? Ah, there he is. This one got to be worth money. Come on. I'm saying that one's $100. That one got to be worth a few bucks. It's too cute. Yeah, what would be really cool is after we find some really rare ones like those there, it'd be nice to do like a little talk, do like a good bit of research on it, and find out a lot more information on it. Okay, well, not as valuable as I thought, guys, but he's still valuable. He's about $60. Online, he's cheap, bastards. Okay, again, British military badges and co. Again, look, sold out again on that same site. And okay, so that's the Second World War. I thought that might have been first. Second World War, some major change in military in November, blah, blah. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so I thought that was Second World War. Sorry, First World War. It's second, and it's worth about 60 bucks. So not as good as I thought. Oh, we have this one here. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think this one's worth? Probably know better. So it's got like the Sphinx. Egypt to the Sphinx. So like, what's cool about this is like, let's just say this is World War II, which I think it is. They probably knew Rommel, the Desert Fox. They probably were devising plans on how to defeat Rommel, and how cool is that, right? You can't get any cooler, man. One of the greatest generals. He's just on the other side. Hitler gave him a gun and basically said, "You can kill yourself here or come back to Germany, and we'll do it in Germany for you." Worst thing you could do at one point in the war was actually being a competent general. Same thing with Balboa. Right? Shot him down. He's like, "I'm coming in. I'm flying in. My call sign is what?" They're like, "We can't hear you. What's your call sign? Repeat your call sign." You repeat the call sign. Bang! Shot him down, killed him. But he was going to be Mussolini's. He was going to take over for Mussolini, right? So they couldn't have that. $60. He's there for £40. That's the cheapest I can find him. But he's around $100 is what I see him going for here. So I got him for now. There's one there for €165. So that's well over $200. Very similar, a little bit different in the design. So I don't want to go too crazy with but that is a cool piece. I like that one. I really like that one. Yeah, it is World War II. Okay, I got them as low as £20, so $40. But I'm getting them mainly for a lot higher. And again, too, condition plays a factor, right? And that one there's not, and again, it's probably not the same one. Okay, here he is. Well, see the same site, right? They tell you everything about it. Blah blah blah. Oh no, that's a different one. See, notice how he got the long pin. So that is different. Anyway, I got to do more research on that one, but he's a good one. He's a good one, no doubt about it. Now this one here is a more common one, but it's pretty cool. He got like the felt and stuff. Good way to display him. Now let's see what my lion is worth. He's got to be worth a lot of money. Piles of money. He's a lion. I'm not lying. He's worth a lot of money. Piles of it. No. I'm gonna say 100 again. Fuck off. 20 to 40. God damn it. Also, that one does have a bit of damage on it, so. Damn it. Oh, he's a police one. That's why he's lower. Generally, police forces are, or sorry, these are special forces. This one is. Yeah. Well, I got them there. I got them on eBay, believe it or not. Now it says he's got the two lugs. We only have one, obviously, but he's there for $41, 41 euros with 17 euro shipping. So, you're knocking on the door up there, right? It's a nice piece. It's too bad he's missing one of the lugs, right? But still, really nice piece. It's the air cadets. Adam, boy, we found a few dollars worth of stuff, didn't we? Got a pile out there. I got more than that too. That's just one box. I like them. I really think they're a neat collectible. Oh, that's the World War II Fusiliers. Their Saint Laurent cap badge. Oh, it's French. So that one there is $30 ish. So we'll just put him in there. He's French. He can go there. He's French. Put him there where he belongs. Now this one here is a different one. So this isn't our car one. I'm a Ford. Ford F-150. So it's got wings. So it's got wings and got like a Laurel. So it's got to be German Air Force, known as the Luftwaffe. Has a rich history with a distinct insignia. West German Air Force cap badge with wings and oak leaf with wreath. Now, buddy, I would never guess that. That's another shaman one. And again, this will be after the war. So, 1950s, 1960s. And he's worth about, I got him there for 20 to 30, 40, that kind of way. Okay, so there's a couple in the set. Okay, so there's a real nice auction house that I use. There's two in the set. One is, I guess that's the Air Force, and then they had the one with the sword, so I'm assuming Army or whatever. So both they had appraised at between 60 Australian and 120 Australian. So is very similar to Canadian. And anyway, long story short, it's worth about $30 or so. But he's going here because I don't want to misplace him. I know people that really like that stuff. They're going up there now. Now we got our little buddy back here. Now that's the same one we just looked up. Here he is, but now this guy got two lugs, so we're good. So we put him up there because we know he's cool. Oh, and look, we got another one. Now this one here is, again, same regiment, but after World War II. So that one there is not as expensive, obviously, so we can pop him over there. My God, look at all what we're learning. Oh, shit, upside down. So this is the... Get there, just stay there for a second by St. Andrew. So that's some Scottish connection. Don't know what it is yet, but I will. This is like the Canadian, Scottish Fusiliers of St. Andrew or some shit. The Royal Highlanders was an infantry regiment of the British Army formed in 1881. Through the amalgamation of the 42nd, the Royal Highland, Regiment of Foot and the 73rd Regiment of Foot. Okay, kind of redundant. It was one of the most famous Scottish regiments. Okay, so it has nothing to do with Canada, everyone. All right, and it is worth, yeah, that's a nice badge. Worth $70 to $120, and I'm picking them up there for 70, 80. Got one for 100. So, and you'd expect that from that particular piece. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm going to do that. As a matter of fact, it's like this one here, right? Like, this is. Okay, so that's the Queen's Own Rifles. Okay, so it says they're $100 to $200 Canadian. Okay, so let's see. Queen's Own Rifles. So why would that be? I don't get that. Okay, so I got one there exactly the same as this for 38 pounds. So that's 70 odd dollars, pretty close. I got one there for 115 on eBay. That same one, so 115 with $20 shipping on eBay. Um, and it is World War II. Strange. Okay, so we're right about that. Now I'm looking up the one with the. Oh wow, even the one with the. Notice the little tang there, right? Same thing, and $75. Queen's Own Rifles of Canada, $75. Oh, awesome. But I always like to double check those because, okay, so there's one there, same thing again, 12 pounds. So, and again, got the tang, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what he's. Oh, shit. Okay, so again, good pieces. A little bit better than I thought, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out the ones with that look like that are World War II and that are the same, and just compare them over the. Of course, with this here, this is a cap badge of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So I don't expect that to be worth a lot of money. I would say lucky $20, but it's cool to have it because I don't believe you're allowed to keep it or whatever. Like you got to have a connection with the RCMP. 30 to 70 bucks. I got them there for 60. Crazy. I did not expect that. And that's probably why, because I don't, there's something weird about having police, like uniforms and shit. I don't think they'll bother too much when it comes to this kind of stuff. But like, when it comes to impersonating a police officer and all that shit, right? Okay. So it says scarce RCMP. Huh? Scarce RCMP Royal Newfoundland Mounted Police cap badge. Yep, and that's the exact one we got there. And he's on there for 50 bucks. So a lot better than what I thought. A lot better. Now, the first time I researched one of these, I was very surprised. It's the Fusiliers. I thought it was going to be worth nothing. And depending on what Fusiliers is, they can be quite valuable. So that one, what is that one? The Fusiliers Mount Royal is a Canadian Reserve Infantry Regiment. 100 to 150 bucks. I believe so too because I sold them. They're very, very sought after for some reason. Let's go on good old It's. Oh, yeah, Etsy sold it. Not that it would do anything anyway. Yeah, and that is World War II. So that makes it more valuable. Can't seem to find them anywhere. Well, I got one there. Regimental badges. I'm pretty sure that is that the same one. Nope. Shit. See, like what I told you. See, notice how those little words, those little letters are okay. And if you can see that one, notice the difference. Right, this is not the same. They got this is a Fusiliers. That one there's $220. This one here is about $100 or so. Seems to be what he's coming in at. But there are other cheaper ones that you got to be careful of. So there's one there. Give me a second there. One second, guys. It's a nice piece. All righty. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, that's a weird one. Another color badge looks like. Yeah, that's weird. You don't know. Huh? This is a Victorian era military crown badge with split pin. Okay, it's definitely those words aren't learning. My God, words may help us. Those words say militant Victorian. Gotta be cool. See, that's fucking silver. God damn. Okay, that's worth a few bucks. I would have. Jeez, I didn't even realize that. Okay. 70 to $150. Jeez, you wouldn't think that. But silver, it says silver in the back. Crazy. Like, who would think that, right? Like, just that little junky piece there, but yeah, silver on the back, got the name on the back. Right? Victorian, so that's probably the oldest one or one of the oldest ones we've discovered tonight. And, how cool is that? Jesus. Okay. So this one is post 1881. So this one was probably in the Boer War for. Okay, so Victorian QVC Infantry Regiment, universal brass pattern, but this one is silver. So it's back is silver. I don't know about the front, but anyway, I'll do more research on that one now. That's cool. Yeah, this is why you research, everyone. So it's after 1881, which is pretty cool. Okay, St. Edward's crown. Let's see. All right. Cool. Cool piece. Let's see if I can bring up another one. Okay, I stand corrected. Let's see. This is what this is. Guaranteed. He's a little bit different, though. Okay, so I got to do more research on this one, guys, but he's identical to this one here, just a little bit different on the back. Like this one has silver and a name looks like Torak or something like that. Very similar here. Very, very similar. And anyway, it says Australian pre-Federation Queen Victoria Crown Hat Badge, and it's 185 Australian dollars, which is about $150 American. So there is some Australian in amongst this mix, and it looks identical on the front. So I'm just. See, there's no good going on that fucking pick. Like, that's bullshit. But I'm thinking that's what that is. Because it's. No, it's not that one. It's almost identical to the Australian one. Okay, not that one. Okay, so similar but different. That's a cool piece. That's a lot. That's a neat one, I gotta say. See, the back is different on all of them. Maybe just different manufacturers or something. But very cool. Yeah, all right, man. Have a good night. Nice seeing you, man. I'm still going to be at this for a while yet. I'm having fun. I'm going to actually go get a bite to eat first, and then I'll come back.